Hi, Jamie.
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you so much for stopping. Like, I know you don't need to do this, so we appreciate you.
Man, I do need to do this. You kidding me? I need to do all this.
So I'm new to LA, fairly new, and word is that you
From
New York.
New York City.
Yes, New York.
New York.
So word is that you throw the best parties in LA.
Indeed.
So before we even talk about this film, how do I get an invite?
You come to the party? My man right here will hook you up. Come to the party.
Okay, I'm serious.
We had but what we do at my party is called On My Balcony, and usually we throw contrast parties. Like we had a party where the whole NBA team for the Olympic team came to the house, and I had a mariachi band, and I had David Blaine. But we take everybody's phones.
Okay.
So those moments happen right there. People feel safe and secure. They can sort of let their hair down and have a good time. And anytime you want to come, New York, you can come.
All right, we're going to hold you to it. I'm serious. Right after this, we're going to talk to your guy.
Yeah, whatever you need. It's done.
Now, Sleepless, you play a cop, and given like the current climate of what our people are dealing with police, would you say you have any insights or you learned anything in playing this role?
It's different in this role. This role is sort of separate. You sort of separate that. It's an undercover cop, and it's a different sensibility. As far as what we're dealing with, it's got to be a moment where we start to come together, because it's out of control. Like and what I tell people all the time, I can't unsee things. I can't see that cop, that kid, and then try to wipe it away. Everybody has to come to the center. I was in Philly. The mayor at the time said, how do I enrich the relationship between my police officers and the community? And when I went into the community, I was hearing all of these things. And I said, hey, listen, you know what I think you should do? You should get a white cop and a little black kid, a group of them, like from 8 to 10 years old, have them throw a picnic in the hood so that kid could see the cop in a different light. Because every time we think about a cop, I mean, even me, you get scared. So let's alleviate that, because there are great cops that I know. But then those bad cops spoil the vision of what those great cops do. Because what I was explaining to my police friends, I said, listen, I'm not saying you the one.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when they do that and you don't say, hey,
Speak up,
you don't say, yeah, you become like if a football team is playing and the Rams is playing and the free safety has an infraction, they don't just penalize the free safety, they penalize the team.
Right.
So if the person on your team is causing you a problem, because it's a new way of governing now. Since the iPhone, we all have to change everything. So since that phone shows the ugliness of what a situation could be, how do we address that? How do you come to Black Lives Matter? How do you come to people who maybe not even be involved with Black Lives Matter, but just want to know, what can we do? What do I tell my kid now? What do I tell my son? And then what I'll tell you too is this. I said, when we look on the internet, when we look at social media, that drives the narrative even more. So that's why we got to get in front of it. Because if a white cop is looking at what he sees on the internet and he sees black folk mad at him, now he's pent up. Same
It's
token.
all anger. We need more love.
Yeah, same time black guys, he's looking at. So by the time they run at each other, what happened? It's a powder keg. So we have to address it. We can't bury our heads in the sand. And what we need to do, as far as media is concerned, we need to have more responsible media where they don't do a show where they say, we have so-and-so from the left, so-and-so from the right. We don't ever get anything done. We need to find the police officers that have that compassion, that can see, like, okay, yeah, man, I see it. I get it. And most black people, like me, 2 words make me feel cool. My bad.
Yes.
So if there is a metaphorical my bad, we're gonna fix it. Or can you have a panel and tell us what are we doing wrong?
Accountability.
Yeah, accountability in every situation, because once that camera came into everything, it changed the game. Now, an older person like me, I've been knowing how it is when the popo behind you, I be like, ooh, I got a lot of beautiful police officer friends. And I will continue to say, we are not demonizing you, but those individuals that do these deeds and seem to walk away free, those individuals that come in and they de-escalate a situation when it's a person not of color, they escalate the situation when it's a person of color, and we get it on camera. You can't unsee it. It's not saying that we don't appreciate every single thing. I appreciate a police officer and any person in our military. I got a million friends. The only thing is, like, how do we how do we close that? I said, because it becomes so disheartening to watch it. It takes you out of places, you know. So anyway,
Yes.
Sleepless.
Yes. Sleepless.
13th.
Sleepless.
You know what I mean?
What's crazy? My favorite is Jamie Foxx show. Everything
Oh,
you've
man.
done, that is like my absolute favorite. I just
Thank
watched
you.
it the other night.
Thank you, love.